There's a line where the sky meets the sea and it calls me. I almost get teary-eyed whenever I hear that song. I love Moana. I'm not afraid to tell everybody that. Wasn't super big on the sequel, to be honest with you, but I love the original Moana animated film. Love it, love it, love it. Became a major streaming sensation. And you know what? I am one of the few people who have been, I'm all for them doing a live action thing. Because even when you just change mediums, to me, it creates a different experience. Even if it's the exact same story, when you change mediums, it gives you the opportunity to give new sensations, new experiences, and just have a totally different experience with it.
I agree with that.
And I've been all for it. I've been totally all for it. That being said, I have not been enamored with the marketing campaign. It doesn't look great. I think the girl looks wonderful. I think some of the visuals look really good, but it hasn't really been capturing me. Anyway, two big things about the new live action Moana film have hit today, or at least in the last couple of days. Number one, they released this, what they are calling Moana's final trailer, which they aired. And
Best and final trailer.
What's that?
Their best and final
Their
trailer.
best and final trailers. Like, all right, you haven't been thrilled yet? Here's our best and final. And we also have been having some discussion about the early box office projections coming out for it. Let's start with the trailer. Much like the trailers for Masters of the Universe, and there was another one we were talking about where the third trailer was the one they...
Supergirl.
Yes, Supergirl, where that's the trailer you should have let out with. While I don't think magnificent, I thought this new trailer they just put out today for Moana is easily the best one they've done so far.
Agreed.
Again, I'm not jumping up and down in my seat about it, but I'm like, you know what? This was a compelling trailer. Even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who in the previous trailers have come across a little cringy, little flat. This one was like, okay, this is Maui. This is Maui. And actually having some lines of the song of "You're Welcome" in there. And I'm like, you know what? And again, it doesn't give a lot away. I mean, but who cares? Everybody's seen the original Moana. Again, I am flabbergasted why this was not the first trailer you let out with. Because this was the best one. It's the best one they've done. It's the first trailer that made me think to myself, if I wasn't already completely bought in on Moana, this is the trailer that would have made me interested. And I really think that they waited too long to put out a trailer like this. So that's unfortunate. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of impact the marketing campaign has had when we get to its opening weekend. Now, speaking of opening weekend, the longer range forecast is now out for it. And right now, Box Office Theory is pegging that Moana, the live action movie, is going to open up to somewhere between 80 and $105 million.
Wow.
Now, that's a big range.
That's a big range.
Normally
yeah.
it's a small, they give smaller, but anywhere between 80 and 105 million. I've heard other internal numbers coming out saying right around 90. Now, to put that into perspective, let's take a look about where that would put. Let's say it opened at 90, 100, whatever. Here's the biggest opening weekends of the year so far. Down at number 5, we got Project Hail Mary at 80.5. Backrooms just cracked the top 5 with 81.5. The Mandalorian and Grogu at 81.6. Michael with 97.2. And of course, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which just became the year's first $1 billion film. Congratulations again to Super Mario Galaxy on that. So let's say it does come in at 90. I'll make it the third biggest opening of the year so far. Won't stay in third. We got Spider-Man coming. We got Doomsday coming. We got Dune coming. We got Toy Story coming. But I mean, in perspective, if it opened at the top end of that range, 100, well, that firmly makes it the second biggest opening of the year so far. And I think if they were able to come in even at 80 at the bottom end of the range, it probably knocks out Project Hail Mary out of the top 5. So I think overall they'd have to be happy with that. The question will then become, is the movie good enough that it then has legs and can generate money and all that kind of stuff? If it's great, and I don't know that it's going to be, if it's great, this could be another $1 billion film because it's Moana. If it's not so great, it might struggle. I'm going to make a bold prediction here, Rob. That range they're giving of 80 to 105, maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. And remember, this is coming from a guy who is a big Moana fan, and I have been totally pro them making this live action film. I don't think it hits 80 on its opening weekend.
Come on.
I just think the marketing campaign up until this final trailer, which might be a little bit too little too late, I think it has simply been underwhelming. And remember, I'm not talking about it flopping. I mean, if it made 80, that's top 5 biggest openings of the year. But I'm just saying, I hope I'm wrong. 100% I hope I do. And by the way, we haven't seen the reviews for it yet. Maybe that'll change things. But I don't think it's going to hit 80.
Do you still have that chart? Can I bring up that chart? I just
Yeah.
want to see those numbers again.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, if it does, I mean, we're talking big numbers, right? These are the year's biggest numbers so far. But not only have I found the marketing campaign rather dull, but from what I hear from everybody else online too, it seems like they have failed to make a, pardon the pun, splash. It just has. And I'm not sensing that same emerging high hype energy that, say, Toy Story 5 has been building and getting that momentum going, right? And so I hope I'm wrong. I hope it does come in at like $100 million. But right now, my guess is it doesn't even hit that 80 mark. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, Hims. You know, one of the hardest things about trying to lose weight is just figuring out what actually works. Because we've seen them all. There are a million trends, diets, and gimmicks out there. And honestly, it can get overwhelming. And that's why weight loss by Hims really stands out. Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill at its lowest price ever and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever and only GLP-1 available in a pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. And the process is extremely convenient. Everything happens online. You connect with a licensed provider who determines if treatment is right for you, and if prescribed, your medication gets delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/Campea to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Campea. hims.com/Campea. Based on advertised cash price for 30-day supply of medication only. Membership required, fee not included, and billed separately. Weight loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A.S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. Anyway, Rob, you saw the new trailer. What did you think about the trailer? And what do you think about the box office projections saying somewhere between 80 and 105 million?
I liked the trailer. I thought the trailer was quite good. And like you, I thought it was the best trailer of the bunch. But in terms of, look,
you actually walked in the studio today and quoted the trailer.
I did. I did.
The first thing you did was
I
you
quoted the trailer about the hair. But here's the thing. I think that this movie is going to do huge business. I think like Devil Wears Prada 2, it has a female demographic. It's mothers and daughters that are going to go see this, that are going to drive the box office. And I think it's going to, I would err on the high end of the spectrum for this.
Really?
I really
closer to 100.
Because, Moana was the number one, as you pointed out, the number one grossing film on streaming, on Disney Plus.
For several years in a row. It was the number one streamed movie in the world for several years in a row.
Yeah, and I think that, Moana is wish fulfillment for mothers and daughters. You get to be a Disney princess and you get somebody like Dwayne Johnson in your life. So I think that this live action iteration, I think it's one of those things where it's not on my radar. Like, I'll go see it. I like Moana. And I for the most part, I've liked these Disney live action versions ever since Cinderella, which I think remains my favorite one. But this is not the movie that I'm rushing out to see. It's not the Disclosure Day of Disney movies. Whereas
the Disclosure Day of Disney movies,
which I mean, and I am I'll roll out for Toy Story 5 before I roll out for Moana because Toy Story 5 interests me more. But I think this movie's going to be huge. I think, as a matter of fact, both Toy Story 5 and Moana are both going to gross over $1 billion.
I firmly believe that about Toy Story 5. I hope you're right. Again, once we get reviews in, if they're
Yeah.
glowing and magnificent,
If they're good, if the movie's good.
well, I'll revisit this. Just right now, I have a feeling that the $80 million opening weekend mark might be optimistic.
Doesn't Toy Story 5 open next week?
Jonathan, maybe you can look that up.
I'm looking it up right now.
I can't remember exactly. I mean, it's got to open soon because they just did the premiere of it.
Yeah, I
It
think it's
is,
next week.
Yeah, because I have my ticket. It's June 19.
June 19th. So it opens in 9 days.
Yeah.
It comes out so the following week.
I'm gonna go 115. I'm just
Really?
I'm going 115. Yeah.
Now we're talking Moana.
This is if reviews are good. I'm going 115 for Moana.
Yeah, I mean, I said high end. I don't know if I'd go that high, but I think it's going to be up there, dude.
Listen, if the reviews come out and they're really strong, I'll revisit this. But just right now, I hope you're right. I really, really do. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Moana, the live action film, just dropped what they are calling their final trailer. Around here, we think it's probably the best one they've done so far, frankly. I still don't know that it's enough. They're saying anywhere between 80 and 105 million opening weekend. I think it might even become below that. The other guys are saying at the top end of that range. Where do you think it's going to come in? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.